Of the facilities I have highlighted accordingly: passive control, semi-control and active control. Under the passive control, there is a no controlling system, traffic signs and marking we are providing as a controlling point. Under the semi-control, we are providing the channelizations, traffic rotaries or the roundabout, and active control, which includes the traffic signal system and the grade separator. In continuously, we have a scene about that intersections. What is the meaning, why, and what it is mean that when it is coming to the grade level and it is separated grade level. So with that introductions, we try to cover the basic requirement of intersections at grade. So at the intersections, the area conflict should be small as possible because the different kind of the turning and interactions are happening in the intersection. So to avoid the conflict, so the area supposed to be provided in the smaller manner. The area of the conflict should be reduced as much as possible. Then the speed angle of approach should be small in the intersections because the vehicles are coming from the different directions, right, in the four direction. So conflict may happen at any point. So speed is the one of the major influencing factor for that crashes. So the approaching speed, the angle, visibility, the path, how it has to be reached, what is the width of the pavement, the turning radius, how much we have a provided, proper signs, lighting in the night time. So everything we have to provide in the proper manner. That should be reduce the conflict. That kind of that facilities is defining as a basic requirement of providing the intersection at grade level. At grade in the sense on the road, there is no elevated or there is no underpasses. So this is the basic requirement at intersection. There is no unchannelized intersections, we can provide it. That means there is no restrictions to vehicle use any point of the intersection. So we are not segregating, but the unchannelized intersections resulting the maximum conflict area with the more number of the accident. And unchannelized intersections, there is no additional payment with for the turning moment. It's just on a plain intersection. So these are the things which is coming under the unchannelized intersection. To avoid those things, we are providing the channelizations as the first options, which might be example, the turning, the intersections will be there. To segregate, we are providing this kind of the channels. Or sometimes what happened, the left turning, if it is coming here, we are providing the channels. So left turning channels we are providing for the one directions. So these are the things, channelizations we are providing to give the smooth turning, to regulate the vehicle with respect to the speed, properly segregating the traffic. Even we can follow for the segregations of the non-homogeneous flow also. So it is one of the controlling devices with respect to the directions. We try to control the vehicle to avoid the conflict. So that purpose we are providing the channelizations. So basically the design principle is that to reduce the area of the conflict, merging traffic stream, it happen in the smaller angle, speed reduction supposed to be happen. It discourages the prohibited turns by island placement, like a free left turning, it's not there. So that should be prohibited. Providing locations of the traffic control devices. If some channel is there, you have the space. In the futures, you can provide some of the traffic control devices like the signal, or if barricade also we can use it. So these are the design principle under the channelizations. And some of the figures I will show. This is the channelizations island to control the direct movement of and the turning movement. So this is the left turning and the throw movement is coming. So those kind of the regulations we can make it by providing this kind of the channelizations. Then the divisional islands we are providing in the all the three directions. Then the refuge islands we are providing for the pedestrian. So the crosswalk length is lengthy. So in the median we are providing the refuge island. So that is also coming under the channelizations. And these are the some of the design, the different kind of the format, how we are providing the channels. So to regulate the traffic, to avoid the conflict, and with the reductions on the speed of the vehicle. So this is with respect to the first one, semi-control system, the channelizations, how we are providing. So the detailed design concepts and the factors, what are the things influencing, that you will be studying in your next semester, traffic engineering and safety. So the second one is the traffic signal. Everybody knows the signal, green, yellow and red we have, and you know the meaning. Red means you have to stop, green means you have to go, and yellow is the amber time. In case if you enter the signal, your crosswalk or the intersections area, you have to speed up and you have to complete as early as possible your journey to cross that particular intersection. So this is the way we are defining the three signal for the typical Indian conditions. Accordingly, we are designing the signal. So here we have the three major type of the signal. One is a fixed signal time, which means that here 120 if you are defining, it will be fixed for the signal. So here 40 seconds we are giving, here 20 we are giving, here 40 we are giving. So here 20 we are giving. So this kind of the fixed timing when we are providing and we are regulating the traffic, that is considering as a fixed signal time. So once you set the 120 as a cycle time, so automatically it is changing. So no need to another manpower to regulate that particular traffic signal. So most of the Indian conditions we can able to see the fixed time signal. Second will be the manually operated signal. In the urban area, city center and all, what happen during the peak hours, the flow will be more. So this kind of a fixed time is not feasible for that particular locations. Major road might be having the more traffic volume, which resulting the more delay for the vehicle. So that time one policeman will be there. He is manually operating by seeing the traffic at that particular location. So this is also we can able to observe for the typical Indian scenario, manually operated signal system. Then the traffic actuated, or we can say automatic signal. What happened here, the camera will be there, image processing, or some sensors will be there, or in the field some pneumatic tube or the automatic detections tube we are installing. So what is the current volume of the 4 in arm? Accordingly the signal time will get optimized and it is giving the signal time 110 second. Then the next interval, what will be the volume? Accordingly it is changing the 100 second or the 120 second. So this kind of the dynamic volume can be observed automatically. Accordingly the signal is optimized using the genetic algorithm or the neural network or the different kind of that algorithms are there. So accordingly the signal time is optimized and we are providing the signal. So this is a three type of the signal systems typically we can able to see for the Indian conditions as well as throughout the world. So other than that, the pedestrian signal we are providing and some special traffic signal with respect to the seasonal effect or some accidents are happen. So accordingly we are altering the signal time. So these are the type of the traffic signals which is existing, and you know the same explanations I have here, and you know that it is giving the proper movement for the traffic. Simple geometric and a high capacity can be occupied in this junction. Response of the traffic fluctuations can be regulated, but it is giving the more delay and complex signal systems when it is coming to the design and the implementations aspect. So this is the overview about the signalized intersection, the different kind of the signal, how we are designing with respect to the problems, how the green time, yellow time and the red time can be calculated. We have the IRC standard and many research has been done also, and the different kind of the algorithm also we are adopting for the practical application. So those things also you will be covering in your next semester. So in this semester you are giving the just an overview about this content, and the micro level, the detail one, every unit by unit you will be studying in the next subject. Then the traffic rotary is roundabout. So why we are giving the roundabout? When the turning moments are more, right turning or the left turning moments are more. So that time, to avoid the conflict, we are providing the roundabout at that particular junction. So this is the major applications why we are providing the what we can say rotary or roundabout we can say. So due to the rotary, all the vehicles are forced to slow down their speed and enter cross that particular intersection. So this is the things, but what are the disadvantages in the sense it is need the much larger area. Also, all the vehicles are forced to reduce the speed, even non-peak hour also, even though single vehicles are coming in that particular road, still it is forced to reduce the speed. So that is not acceptable, right? Then it is giving the costlier for the all point of the results of constructions, maintenance, as well as the delay what we are estimating. So that is the things major about the rotary, and this is the typical scenario. Initially, last class we have seen the diverging, merging, and waving. All the three operations are happening in the rotary. So we are providing the proper design speed. We are assigning entry, exit, island radius. We are providing always the exit radius. Example, if the vehicles are entering and here exiting, so the exit radius should be higher than that entry radius. So this kind of that design standards we have as per that IRC. Even we have as per the geometric locations allocated, accordingly the area can be calculated. So then the design of the rotary can be done by using all these design parameters like the entry radius, exit radius, entry width, as well as that exit width will be there. So here entry with this one and exit with this one, radius of the island, approach with some of the giveaway line if you want to provide, pedestrian crosswalk marking, stop line, signboards. So all things has to be incorporated, and some standards we have with respect to the IRC. So all the things I have a given. So whenever you are getting time, so you just go through what are the design criteria we are following for the Indian conditions as per the IRC standard. So this is the things with respect to we can say how the semi control systems are happening based on the channelizations, rotary, and passive signal, passive control system. Example, the signal we have a seen. Then another one will be the grade separator. So the grade separator means what, in the sense the signal will be there. So at grade when we are not providing, instead of that the bridge, elevated bridge we are providing, or underpass we are providing, which is totally different from the at grade level. So in that way we are providing the grade separator. Grade separator, it is the highest form of the intersection treatment. There is a no need of the treatment. Then signboard we are giving, then the marking we are giving, then channelizations you are giving, then rotary you are giving, then signal giving. So when you are giving the hierarchical order, still there is an accidents are not reduced. There is a need of the improvement. The highest thing is that grade separator, elevated high we are providing, then we are regulating. After that we don't have any solutions. So this is the hierarchical infrastructural development we can provide to avoid the various transportations related issues on the road. So that is the reasons we have explained here. It is the highest form of the intersections treatment. It is providing the least delay, least hazard to the cross traffic. Grade separator may be the overbridge or the underpass. So it is avoiding the unnecessary stopping and the accident, giving the more safer for the turning moment, better comfort, convenient, and it giving the additional ramp. Grade separations, what we can say, we can convert to the expressway as well as the freeway. Then the drainage problem won't be there. Aesthetically it looks good. The example, many bridges are there, including the Chennai Kattipara and all. So these are the some of the best advantage we are getting with respect to the grade separated. under the overpass we are providing. So overpass also bridge, it is same. So all these advantages we are getting with respect to the overpass. But what happened in the sense, irrespective of overpass or underpass, it is a costly and the land acquisitions issues will be there. So the profile, vertical profile has to be changed. The speed reductions based on the gradient happen, which affected ultimately the heavy vehicles. When the bridges and all, you can able to see that the heavy vehicles are slowly passing. So the restrictions of the side distance may occur due to the vertical profile. So these are the some of the disadvantage when it is coming to the underpass, and when it is overpass, and when it is coming to the underpass, the road will be there below level we are providing underpass. So this is based on the conditions what we want to provide it accordingly. You are choosing the overpass or the underpass based on the different kind of the testings, and even the soil test also playing the major role. So accordingly we are providing, it provide the presence of the underpass which can be seen the distance, the proper warning to the traffic in well and advance we are providing. Turning traffic we are regulating properly. Ramp will be lesser when it is coming to the higher level. Then the main advantage is that it is provided along with the at grade level profile also. So when you want to provide the underpasses, but when it is coming to the disadvantages, the drainage issues will be there. Necessary to pump water continuously has to be followed with respect to the maintenance. Sometimes the overhead structures, the height of the vehicles, sometimes it is restricted for the entry. Also the side distance get restricted. So these kind of the disadvantage we can able to observe for the underpasses. So the just an overview, and the different kind of that underpass overpasses are available for that throughout the world as well as the typical Indian conditions. So those type of that overpasses as well as the underpasses and what is the individual advantage and the disadvantages will be covered in the next semester. Here I am just concluding our third unit, traffic engineering. In the today class, we have covered the hierarchy of the traffic controlling devices or the infrastructure which we are providing on the field. The principles we have seen. So what is that facilities? What is their advantage and the disadvantages that we have seen for the channelizations, rotary, signal, and grade separated. So altogether, I hope you will be getting the better understanding about the traffic engineering parameters linking with the Indian conditions. Initially, we started with the users characteristics like the road users characteristic, the vehicle characteristics, and the traffic characteristics. And we have a narrowed down to study in detail about the traffic characteristics like the volume, speed, parking, and the accidents. So all these four major parameters we have seen in detail with respect to their estimations, how to collect on the field, what are the representations we have, that we try to cover in detail. Then under the traffic characteristics, different kind of the concepts or the principles we have like the passenger car unit capacity and level of service. So these three major principles concepts we have covered in the unit 3. Finally, how we are controlling all these traffic patterns related to the congestions and accidents by providing the different facilities like the traffic signboard, road marking, and grade intersections at grade elevated intersection. So all these facilities in the macro level we have seen, and the concepts much detail, the traffic characteristics in the much detail, also the infrastructures details, then the accident studies and all you will be covering in your next elective subject, traffic engineering and safety. So here I have a given as an we have a covered as a single unit, but all these parameters are divided into the micro level, and each component we will be trying to cover as a single unit with respect to the detailed descriptions. So in the next semester. So here I'm just concluding the portions which will be covered by me as a part of your CEPC20 highway and the pavement engineering. So in that subjects, first 3 units from the highway engineering, how the histories are there, what are the different kind of the transportations modes are there. So all the things we have covered. So unit 1, 2, 3 PPTs are uploaded for your references. So you can go through it for the exam point of view, or whenever you need the knowledge, you just refer that video as well as the materials what I have circulated. So highway engineering, so we try to cover the characteristics and how the transport developed from the day one onwards that we have seen, and different kind of the transportations mode, and we narrowed down towards the road transport systems and what are the surveys we are performing, different type of the roads, cross sections, all the things theoretically we have seen in the highway planning. And the second and the interesting unit, highway geometric design. So side distance, stopping side distance, overtaking, intermediate, intersection side distance, headlight side distance, 5 type of the side distance we have seen, overtaking side distance and side distance problems and all we have seen in little bit elaborated manner. Then the 2 type of that alignment, horizontal and the vertical alignment. Under the horizontal alignment, super elevations, widening of the pavement, transitions curve, all the things we have seen with respect to the example problems. Vertical alignment, we have tried to cover the summit curve and the valley curve, all the things with respect to the IRC standard and some of the design standards we try to cover in detail. And I hope you studied for unit 1 and 2 thoroughly to cover your mid-semester exam. And the traffic engineering, just I have highlighted what are the content we have covered. So this is the 3 units we have covered. Any doubt from the today's sessions, or any doubt from the 3 units? So probably once the madam has completed the other units, we will be having your quiz exam, followed by we will be having the mid semester for the 30 marks. And once the mid semester paper is corrected, probably once we circulated the what we can say marks, we will be having one interaction sections. So there I will show how the papers can be, how it can be, how it evaluated and how the mark is distributed. So then there also we can highlight what are the questions we are the what way we can expect your end semester questions. So meanwhile, so some of the questions we are preparing related to the competitive exams. If the time permits, I will highlight all the problems. Else, I will upload the problems along with the solutions. You just go through those problems in case if you are preparing for your competitive exams. So this is the overview. Any doubts, students, or any suggestions or anything extra you need from my side related to the highway and pavement engineering? Ganesh Arvind, Ashwin Srinath.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you have any doubts related to the content?
No, sir.
Okay. Okay, so I assume that probably you will be getting better clarity about the highway, particularly when it is coming to the road in facilities and how we are regulating and monitoring the traffic and much details you will be covering in the next semester, traffic engineering and safety. Probably I will be handling that elective subject. So we will be seeing that next semester. And before that, we will be having any 1 or 2 sessions for clarifications of doubt in case if it is arising from your side. I just communicate through your CR. Based on your slot, we will be holding our clarification sessions. Okay. So then, thank you everyone for your cooperations for your CEPC20. So I have uploaded all the materials. You just to go through it for your exam point of view. Stay safe. Thank you everyone. See you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.